Greetings, fam. Dances with White Chicks here. Let's talk about Aquaman.
I'm Tyrone. And fuck you and your Freddie Mercury mustache. I'm here to fuck your wife. Oh, big style. My ass, motherfucker. I hope this shit is unsweet.
Now, of course, there's plenty of people that think Aquaman will be absolute trash. A movie that will be a mess, jumbled with trashy plot, and full of bad CGI. But also quips that try a bit too hard.
You do your best thinking when you're not thinking at all.
That was the worst pep talk ever.
What are you doing? Wait.
She never parachute.
Redheads, you gotta love them. Hey, wait!
What?
Shouldn't we have written it down first?
I memorized it. Didn't you?
Oh, yeah, totally.
What did you just say?
Something trident.
What is so funny about that?
Maybe more than a bit. But I am not one of those people that think it will suck. I think this movie might be a surprise hit. Why, you ask? Well, you may have heard of Wan Shi Tong, but have you heard of Wan Si Thongs? This probably has been said many times, many ways. But I think the key to this film being good will be James Wan. I really think he has the vision for this. No, bruh. I'm not going to lie. I haven't seen any film this dude has ever made. Horror films are not my cup of tea, so that obviously takes away the majority of his movies. And I also never watched Fast and the Furious 7. Sorry. So I'm not going to pretend like I am one of those people that know his work and can speak from experience about how he has talent as a director. Unlike some YouTubers, I won't be lying about what I've experienced. But there's plenty of reasons I think this bruh may bring about a very interesting take for Aquaman. James Wan is taking influence from Japanese cinematography for Aquaman. This is from The Nerdist. Do I really need to read it for you? I'm gonna do it anyway. Family and tragedy will be a huge theme in the upcoming film, and Wan explained that he looked to the classic comic books, which pointed him in an unexpected direction. Talking about Aquaman, James Wan said, "I believe that the writers back then must have been heavily inspired by classic Shakespearean drama. And you know, Kurosawa pulled from them. And can I just say that we have a big Kurosawa Toshiro Mifune influence in this film?" Then when talking about the character of Volko, I don't know if I pronounced that incorrectly, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, he said, William Dafoe really wanted to play as an old school samurai because he is the mentor to Aquaman. For the two of us, the inspiration was Toshiro Mifune in all the classic Kurosawa films. Okay, well why is this significant and not just some BS somebody says and pretends to care about only to get the movie good PR? Well, Toshiro Mifune is regarded as one of the best actors of Japanese cinema. He was featured in 16 Kurosawa films. 16! It's like the Kurosawa Mifune were like Quentin Tarantino and Samuel L. Jackson. Hard to even name a Tarantino film without Samuel L. Jackson in it calling someone or something motherfucker.
Motherfucker. I'm on the motherfucker. Motherfucker. You a smart motherfucker. English motherfucker.
Motherfucker. You know all them motherfuckers is fucking motherfuckers.
Motherfucker. You a fine motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Now, to my knowledge, Mifune didn't use the Japanese equivalent profanity. But wait, how do you say motherfucker in Japanese?
Motherfucker.
Nani? Motherfucker? Sorry, asaraku matakariru. But the point is, he often was featured in Kurosawa's films. Okay then, well, who is Kurosawa? Kurosawa was a legendary director that is widely regarded as the most influential figure of Japanese cinema. Maybe I should have led with that, but whatever. The YouTuber, Every Frame a Painting, made this video. He explains how Kurosawa uses movement in his scenes and how those visual techniques could come together and tell a story and convey emotion. Is it a pretentious video though? Absolutely, of course. Wow. Well, there's some stuff to be gained from watching. The point is that the style of Kurosawa brings with it the use of visual stimulation to tell a story. Emotion is conveyed through extreme mannerism. Movements of large groups are used, and the movement of the camera is used in ways to establish many ideas of the story. That's completely unedited, by the way. Although, of course, James Wan probably wasn't talking about the use of camera when saying he drew from Kurosawa for Aquaman. It's probably a given he, as someone that obviously studied Kurosawa's work, may be able to see the value in cinematography such as this. One example is this action scene. Look at this extended trailer. You really get to see an example of how the action of Aquaman could be. But we're not just talking about the action. We're talking about the cinematic flair. We're going to talk about how this shit connects to Kurosawa. I'm going to completely seriously analyze this scene. I'm not going to do it in a joking way, okay? Look at this. This motherfucker running and shit, going through walls and shit. But hold up. Did you see it, motherfucker? Look to your left. Look to your motherfucking left. We got motherfucking Dr. Mario in this motherfucking movie, alright, motherfucker? See, this is the Kurosawa technique, the movement of Dr. Mario away from the motherfucker running through the walls and shit. That is a Kurosawa element completely. The motion of the motherfucker moving the fuck out the way represents this shit. It's such a subtle cinematic technique. Then the motherfucker goes through the wall. Now look at this shit. What do you notice? What do you notice? Look to your left. Look to your left. Here we have this motherfucker, all right? Looks like they have on Beat headphones that are in, the purple edition shits. Some of you uneducated motherfuckers will claim that this is a device a nurse will use for some shit. No, this is some Beat headphones, motherfucker. And I know, I cannot see what this shit is in fucking Sony Vegas. This shit is too fucking pixelated. I'm gonna take a guess and say it's Beats headphones, okay? But here comes the highlight of the moment. Look, whew. Now you're out the building. Now you're following a redhead white chick from Atlantis. She's running and shit. She's jumping like an Olympian motherfucker. I'm not even going to say it. This motherfucker is running like she's one of the mothers from Mari that just heard not the father. Then, somebody got Dish Network. Poor souls. This represents the utter nihilism and hopelessness of this area that people would scoop so low to pay for Dish Network. But now the camera is zooming away from the Dish Network dish, and the redhead white chick from Atlantis getting chased by Mari to calm her down, and you see a bell that wasn't dumb enough to give up $14.5 million. But seriously, all jokes aside, fuck Le'Veon Bell. Then bam, explosion, the end. Okay. No, but seriously, if you don't like me joking around with this shit, blame Content ID. Gotta do some shit. But anyway, this is all one long take with a lot of movement. While the scene isn't slow, there's a lot happening, all one shot, and yet it isn't difficult to keep track of everything that is happening. Now sure, technically some of this could be done via digital editing to make it appear as if it's one shot, but regardless, it still feels as if it's one long shot where you really get the sense of space and the vast depiction of movement on the screen, okay? I'm not being pretentious like that. Who cares? Now, yes, of course, this isn't the same as something Kurosawa would make, necessarily. Not arguing that. Heck, really, this type of shot is becoming increasingly popular in American action films. But still, it's all one shot, and it's not bullshit like somebody else we know. Yeah, that, but it was all one shot, so it's cool shit. That just doesn't matter to me. That doesn't matter. It still has to be, good. Okay. But again, why am I really talking about this? Because in this quote, it's obviously not about camera angles, and it's about more so how Kurosawa was influenced by Shakespearean drama and used those elements in his films. But that discussion is not completely unfounded, since there's going to be nods to Kurosawa's work. Like, come on. Based on this quote, William Dafoe's character, Volko, is going to draw heavily from Mifune's mannerisms in Kurosawa's films, and is going to try to portray the character in a similar way. So probably expect some nods of Kurosawa's work through him. James Wan seems aware of Aquaman's perception, and is trying to make him not seem like a joke, while also not shying away from what makes Aquaman Aquaman.
He has been somewhat of a joke in the superhero world for so long, and I'm not shying away from that. I'm leaning into it, and I'm taking what you think is a joke and trying to make it super cool.
Example of it, I don't know if it was Entertainment Weekly or somebody put out an image of a sea dragon.
Right.
Now, there's a traditional image from the cartoon we all know of Aquaman riding a giant seahorse, and this felt like you not shying away from that, but reclaiming it and claiming, look how badass this could be, a dragon underwater.
Exactly, and so so my version of the seahorse is a sea dragon or a supercharged seahorse, and they're terrifying, they're scary.
See, this isn't like Zack Snyder saying, hey, this motherfucker Superman is not allowed to smile ever. He can snap necks and shit and look depressed all the damn time. But don't let him smile. We can't even bother to CGI a smile on this motherfucker. Instead, based on what James Wan has said, he is more focused on still keeping everything that makes Aquaman Aquaman, but showing that those aspects are interesting and cool in themselves. Okay, he has a seahorse. Not a seahorse like, no, but a sea dragon. The whole idea of controlling fish or communicating or riding fish is embraced, but turned into, hey, this is an actually cool thing.
Well, I think there's a certain perception with Aquaman, and I think part of the fun would be to subvert that expectation.
Okay, one thing though, don't use the phrase subvert expectations, ever. Every time I hear that shit, I get fucking flashbacks. I start to fucking hyperventilate and shit. Ugh, I'll let it slide, but moving on. James Wan knows how to make the most out of a small budget. Aquaman has only $160 million in production. Oh yes, this is more money than pretty much every other film besides Fast 7 in James Wan's portfolio. But the fact remains, this budget is a bit lower than what a film typical of the genre would get. I mean, a blockbuster in 2018 is typically spending more money than in the past. And, you know, the second I bring this up, you see all these movies with these lower budgets and shit. I'm like, fuck. Really, we would think at least 200 million would be the standard. But whatever. Although after all the money the studio spent on Justice League, you know they don't want another disaster, and they're likely limiting what they spend in production. This time, shit, because I mean... Well, James Wan is just a man for the job. He's used to directing movies that didn't have the highest budget, some didn't have shit. Still, he was able to make the most out of it. You don't need a high budget to make a good film. Make the most out of what you have, and don't just throw money around carelessly. But to wrap this up, I think because of all those factors, it is safe to say James Wan is trying to make sure this is as distinguishable and as cinematic as possible. Now there's a possibility it will suck, and that everything I'm saying will be looked at as silly in hindsight. Feel free to come back here and completely roast this. You know, you can roast me for this. You know, it's like, if I'm wrong, if say like, haha, you were wrong. You know, I don't care. I mean, plenty of good directors have made bad films before, so it's not out of the question. Really, I'm of the opinion that no matter what your directorial techniques are, if the screenplay and writing is crap, the film will be crap as well. It doesn't matter how great or nuanced your visual techniques may be, it doesn't matter. Well, let's hope for the best. Okay, well, tell me what you think about Aquaman. It comes out less than a month from now, so I'll probably be able to tell you if it sucks or not in a month, okay? But you're not going to be able to see that if you don't subscribe. So if you subscribe, see, you'll be able to see my videos, you know, because good luck trying to type in Dances with White Chicks and finding me. It's just the Wayans Brothers stupid movie. I'm telling you what it's specifically the point in the movie White Chicks where we're doing that, the dancing with the breakdancing, that BS. Oh, come on. But whatever. Thanks for watching. And subscribe. And hit that bell if you can. Might as well, why not? Yeah, you can tell, like, I was trying not to curse the first quarter of this motherfucking video. You tell, I was referring to James Wan as dude instead of motherfucker, and this bruh, like, instead of motherfucker. I'm like, it feels so unnatural. And then I'm like, you know, I